Hey guys, it's Allison and I am back with another process layout video using my May Counterfeit Kit Challenge Community Kit. I was inspired by a post from PinkFresh Studios. Today is National Scrapbook Day, and they had posted a Anything Goes challenge and with some inspiration from their designers. This particular layout really spoke to me. I love all the stripes of color. I love how they've tucked things in. And I thought that I could try and recreate something similar with my kit. Their picture is black and white. The picture I am going with, I'm going to keep that off to the side, is this photo of my daughter. Might seem a little bit random, but she's getting her grad dress fitted and she's in the middle of what they call grad tag, which means they're all it. They have a target and they have a safety item, and this week the safety item was a floaty. So I just thought it was really funny that she's getting her grad dress fitted. She has this floaty on her arm. So that story has to get told. So I have gone through my kit and I've done some pre-work. I've pulled out some papers. I'm going to go with this light pink wash as my background. I didn't put any cardstock in, and I know I could grab it off the shelf, but I also do like to use pattern paper on the back. But I also felt that this design needed a sort of more neutral, solid-ish background. So this is how the paper is oriented, but I'm actually going to use it either this way or this way. We'll see once I start playing with the papers. And then I've gone through some of the other papers and I've just cut 3-inch strips, and I will probably take off a little bit so that I can have a border of this pink around, and maybe even stagger some of these columns. Anyways, I've got this light blue, I have a yellow, I have a darker blue. Now I know the inspiration photo, it's more rainbow-ish because her dress is so blue. I was trying to lean into the blues, but I also wanted to bring out some other colors. For some reason I really wanted to go with yellow, even though there's not really yellow in the photo, so that's why I've brought in some of this yellow. I liked this gradation. This was a scrap that I pulled out of my scrap bin, actually for that side, because it kind of reminded me of one of the papers in the inspiration kit, but I'm going to keep it for the navy. This one, colors don't really work at all, and I may scrap this, but I liked because it had an alphabet, and this is a picture that will go in her grad album. And I don't know, I just kind of tied everything together. And then the last one I picked was this rainbow stripe, which is a strip from the cut apart that I used to make my first layout this month. And then to back the photo, I went through all my papers and I eventually picked this scrap, and you're not going to be able to tell what the pattern is in the back, but it was more for the lightness and then a little bit of the color. I felt that this was the best option I had. I could have searched through all my papers and found something that would have worked perfectly, but I decided to just go with not necessarily the first thing that worked, but go with what worked and move on. Okay, so let's get started. I have an idea what I want to do with the strips, but first let's cut this down to 12 by 12. I'm going to leave this, it's probably going to fall down and get in my way, but let me try to tuck it up here so I can see it. And let's cut this down to 12 inches. And then I'll take all my other strips and what do I need to cut off them? Maybe take them down to 11.5, and some of them might go even shorter, but I'll start at 11.5. Nope, that's not right. Can't do math apparently. Oh, I'm just looking at this, at the design on this paper, and I think I want to keep this yellow. So I'm going to trim that yellow off, or the branding at the bottom, and then I'm going to flip it and trim it to 11.5. That way I take off some of the purple, which is not really a color that I'm embracing in this particular layout, and I'm okay with that. This layout, the design of it, because of all the, whoops, I don't think I did that straight. Something moved. Because of the design and how they've sort of scored and cut these strips, they've got lots of little tuckies in there. Now there's color coordinate. Now I've gone through and I have pulled out various options from all my die cuts and my sticker sheet that I Tracy Reed sticker sheet that I can cut apart. And I've got various things. I don't know if they necessarily will be in like a rainbow order, but we will just deal with that when we get to it, I guess. I'm going to stick this down first and then trim it. I just want a little bit of a margin, because I know that we're not going to be able to tell what the pattern is, and I'm not worried about that. I just wanted little hints of the color around there. And that is not equal on all sides, so let's try that again. I'm an eyeballer, in case you didn't know. I don't necessarily measure things. I just kind of go by feel. So a lot of the times, things are not centered, they're not straight. It'll all work out. Okay, so my picture's gonna go about there. And let's try this from light to dark and see how things are looking. I'm going to do other things to these papers before I adhere them. This one is technically darker than the light, but I don't like it against this blue. It looks better against this blue, so it's going to come over there. And then what else do I have here? I've got the yellow and the orange. I think I will do like that. I definitely have more strips than I need, so I can drop one if I think it's just kind of getting in the way. Like, I actually think that yellow is not working. Oh yes, that picture was going over there. Yeah. I kind of want this behind the picture though. Readjust time. Nope, I don't like it behind the picture because then I don't get the contrast with my matte, but I want this against the dark pink. So either I have to put that there or I have to flip my paper around so I have dark pink on this side. Let's try flipping and see what happens. Sometimes you just gotta play a little bit, right? Okay. These guys down again. Nope. I liked it the other way. I like this a little less in your face. Either that or I need to lose it all together. Let's try it. No, I'm not loving this yellow. What's on the back side of the yellow? Butterflies. Ooh. Okay, I think this is how it's going to be. I took out the rainbow paper, so I've lost these two, and I think, yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Okay, so the inspiration shot, bring that back in for a minute. Some of these are scored and they've got things tucked in there, or sorry, yeah, well, cut. In fact, they all are. But the top is not. So I wasn't necessarily going to do that. I was going to actually try scoring some of them to get some depth there, but maybe I will. You know what? I think I will. Okay, so let's bring my trimmer back in. Take all my strips. And these are all 3 inches. So I'm going to do this at the halfway mark. I'm going to come up from the bottom and I'm going to leave 2 inches at the top. Oh, this is a little bit scary. So it's open there and then I can tuck things in. I have got a little bit of foam strips. Of course, because that's just the way my brain is working these days, left my big foam tape runner roll at the store. This one, I don't know. I need to go this way with it. Nope. I played with it this way, so we're just going to go with it this way. Okay. So we've got to get all this stuff in place. Some of this is going to be popped up. So I've got a few of these big long foam strips. I'm going to start at the outside edge. Pop the outside edge. I haven't taken off any backing. Keep that a bit flat. And then this next one, and I kind of want to stagger them. This has got a little bit of a, what am I doing? Kind of a funny edge to the top. So I'm just going to trim that off. Get a nice clean edge up there. I kind of want these to be staggered. So I can tuck in there. Could theoretically tuck in there as well. And my photo. I think I want to tuck my photo into that one. So let's put a big long strip along that line. More in the middle, I think. There. And this one, I think I will reverse just for some interest. Sorry. Hit the camera. least the butterflies now. Yeah, I think I will have the outside edge flat. Okay, so something like that. You know what, let's just be brave. I could sit around and play with this all day, but I don't have all day. So I'm just gonna go for it. Come what may. Okay, so there's my background. Hopefully you can see how fun and sort of wavy this is. So I could tuck it there, or I could tuck it there. I lose her hands if I do that. This way nothing is being lost. So I think that's what I will do. I still got a little edge of that medium blue on this side, so that kind of worked out perfectly. So I think next is embellishments, and I sort of pull out all my die cuts into one of these little Spellbinders boxes. These are kind of handy for storing things as you go. So these are some of the stickers that I cut out of the Tracy Reed printable sheet that I showed you guys in my kit originally. Now that I'm looking at some of these colors, like that blue is a great blue to her dress, but I'm gonna have to be careful where I place it on the page because it doesn't really go with that blue, but I can have it with the lighter blue. And then I've got some PinkFresh die cuts. I have a little scrap that I thought could be a potential journaling spot. I've also got some stickers that I can use as journaling spots. I've got this, which is kind of fun. That does actually bring in the rainbow that I discarded elsewhere. So I'm just going to lay some of these out. I have a frame that is green, so I'm not really sure if it's going to work unless I have it over here with the butterflies. Because I don't really have green elsewhere. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna disregard that one. I also pulled out some greenery. The inspiration picture has flower die cuts, and I do have stickers. I don't know if this really calls for greenery. Now that I have pulled the butterfly side, I can definitely use some of the butterflies that I pulled out. And then I've got some word phrases that I can use as title work. Not all of them, but pick and choose. I also recently made another PinkFresh purchase because, you know, I love my PinkFresh. So I have more of those teeny tiny letters, and then I have a set of blue. It's not quite royal enough for that particular dress, but I could maybe pull in some of these little pink ones. Anyways, I have to figure out what I'm going to call this anyway. So let's start putting in some of these little ephemera pieces. I really like this. And it is a sticker. Where could I put it? The other thing that the inspiration picture has done is they have kept the ephemera pieces in sort of color families. So that's probably something that I want to keep in mind. I don't have a lot of this blue. In fact, I don't think I have anything in that blue. And I don't really have a lot in navy. So that could be tricky. Let's actually look at my sticker pages as well, because that might change things. If I can find that medium blue on some of these pages of stickers. These are just the flat cardstock stickers. Yeah, so it's in these sheets, so that could be good. Ones like that. Memories. There's also some of the blue of like her dress. So all smiles could work. Oh, hang on. There's page 2. Could work too. Okay. And then I also pulled out some of these chipboard round stickers. So, okay, I got a lot here. So I'm gonna play and yeah, I'm gonna play. Okay. After playing a lot, I decided that the way that they have embellished their layouts, and everything is kind of in this band, and everything's tucked in the one side, which I didn't do for starters, because I overlapped the photo and I tucked it in this way. And it's also not necessarily the way I like to embellish. I generally like to embellish more in a diagonal and have like a cluster here and then another one up here. So yeah, I kind of, that's my inspiration, and this is what I have so far. So I had this, originally I had this beautiful word piece to cover up the memories, but I like all my other words were kind of lining up this way, so I decided to keep that one that way. There's a few that are horizontal. I think I have memories somewhere else. Yeah, I have it up there. So this one, I don't necessarily need it to say memories. So what I might do is tuck it. Yeah, not that I really love that. Well, I might just find something else for under there. This is more in my style. This makes me happier. So I'm going to start sticking things down. Now I need to write my journaling before I stick this down because it's all on the different layers. But I can start sticking everything else down. And I think I need to start with that big sticker. Actually, I think I need to start with this because it's going underneath that big sticker. So then that tells me sort of where I need to put the big sticker. See if I can remember where everything was. Journaling all done. I'm gonna pop this in place and then we can look at some final embellishments, and then this layout is going to be finished, which is very exciting. I am having so much fun getting back into scrapbooking. I'm gonna pop up the back bit here. It has been so long. I've just been so consumed with my store, and then how like my my crochet classes really took off, and I only started crocheting about 18 months ago. So trying to keep up with everybody has been a challenge, and I've had to learn a lot. So didn't leave a lot of time for this part of my life, So it's nice to get back to it. Okay, let's find some things that I can add over there. Does this work? There. There. Yeah, I think there. I need something a bit smaller over there. Let's look through my flat stickers, although I'm really interested in something with a bit more dimension. I think I looked through these and then kind of rejected them, so let's take another look. Actually, this one, I think that will work. It's not even remotely the right color scheme for right there, but can I get it to fit, not cover my journaling and not leave white space? No. Okay. Darn it. What about a pink flower? Pink flower, enamel dot sort of situation. Oh, the fiddling we do, right? Enamel dot, pink flower, and then maybe something like that. This would go better over in this region. So maybe we just tuck. Okay, what else do I have on this that could work? Matter of trying to have more than just one of one thing. So if you put one puffy sticker down, try and put a few. I've already got a chipboard sticker there. It would be nice to have more chipboard stickers. Not really seeing any that I want. Maybe I bring in that rainbow stripe. Keep tucking. Tucking is good. What do we think? Got a round element there. It's not chipboard. I think we're okay. So let's get some of these enamel dots in, and maybe I can use some of these hearts as well. That covers the rest of that word. Works for me. Bring in a little of the yellow. I've got a little bit of yellow here. It would be nice to have a little bit more. So let's do that with enamel dots. Get it tucked under if I can. And I think one more. So I've got one enamel heart there. Let's get another one in. Let's go with this. Actually, I'm going to swap this one for the dark blue one. That goes with that color scheme. This one would go with this color scheme better. And then up here we need like a pinky peachy one, yeah? Okay, I'm gonna swap out that enamel dot. For pinky peachy one. So we've got some enamel dots. We need a few more down here and then maybe some in there. Here. So that one says laugh. I don't think you're going to be able to read it super well. Not sure about the placement. Maybe it doesn't work. Ooh, maybe it needs to be here instead of that one. Okay, so sometimes I have to look at my layouts this way. I realize I don't have a more extended title. I'm also going to put a couple of enamel dots over here. So they had their title running this way. What could I call it? I got lots of words on here already. Do I need an extra title? There we go. I'm going to call that done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. And I'm going to bring in that inspiration shot again. So quite a bit different, but that was my inspiration. And that's what I came up with. All right. I will see you again soon for another guest design layout. Card maybe? Who knows? See you soon. Bye-bye.